Hello, this is Michael. I have a box here, and inside it is what I think to be a CharaChorder Master Forge keyboard that I backed on Kickstarter last year, maybe? I don't know. I feel like it's been like a year since I backed it. Probably, I don't know. But they came through, I think. And now I'm gonna open it. So this is just gonna be an unboxing, and then maybe I will do a quick type sort of test at the end. Yeah, I've been using a CharaChorder on and off since 2021 maybe, or 2022. Probably, oh yeah, 2021. I got it in 2021, but it took me like a year before it actually felt comfortable to type on full time. And part of that was because I had a remote full-time job at the time, so I couldn't really learn how to type on it and do the job at the same time. Like I would just go back to my Magic keyboard and then, try to learn the CharaChorder on my own time, because the learning curve is super steep. I remember seeing a comment from like the founder. I think his name's Riley Keane. He said like it takes like 2 weeks to learn it, and maybe that's true. Ooh. Wow, this is a really big box. This is a really big box. All right. Well, that's what it looks like. What's in this little baggie? Okay, pretty decent looking USB-A to USB-C cable. This looks like I got some sort of gun case or something. Yeah, that's the, I guess, user guide or something. I know how to use a CC1 or CC2 because that's what I have. I have both. Well, the CC2 is actually supposed to be coming back to me because I sent it back because it broke. I got the CC1, that broke, and that was out of warranty. So then I bought a new CC1, and then that broke, and then I forget. I've had to, my CharaChorder it's broken so many times, but it was only one time where it broke out of warranty, and then that's why I had to buy it again. But I just can't seem to get a CharaChorder that like lasts longer than a year, but hopefully it always breaks within warranty so I can get it replaced. But this time I'm getting it replaced. They're taking a really long time for some reason. Hopefully it's because they're really busy. Like, yeah. All right. Well, so that's that. And then let's see what's in here. Here, we can both look at it at the same time. Oh, okay. Very nice. Smells plasticky, to be expected. I think it's the foam in the case, because this thing is mostly metal, I want to say. Here, I'll just take it out of the plastic. Now, I forget. I think I just backed the lowest tier to like just get the keyboard, because that's all I need. But interesting. Wow. Okay, I really like the feel of that. Yeah, the CC1 and CC2, they just can't seem to make one that lasts a good time for me. But the switch design on the Master Forge is completely different than the CC1 and 2, because those use like one switch that goes up, down, or yeah, up, down, left, right, and then you can press it in. So I guess that's like 5 things that one switch can do. But with these, I'm not sure how many like different switches are in each switch, but I remember seeing a video on like how one of these switches, it uses like the key, the click, the switch in a mouse, and that's why you press it in either way, it sounds like you're clicking a mouse, and that's really cool. So that's at least 4 switches going, you know, north, east, south, and west. But I don't know if there's a 5th switch that, you know, that's for, you know, pressing it down. First impressions, it's cool. I mean, I don't like how angular it is. When I first saw that, I was like, that's not going to be comfortable. But now that I'm typing on it, I mean, it's not like my palms aren't even, my palm isn't really on the edge, except like maybe here, so. Okay, yeah, another thing about these is that compared to the CC1 and CC2 is that there's only 2 buttons here. So the command key, I'm not sure where it is. I mean, let's see where it is on this. I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure it out. Which is kind of unfortunate because if you have a CC1 or CC2, you are gonna have to relearn the key mapping because you're missing a key here and a key there. And I've been thinking about just asking for credit on like my supposed replacement CC2 because, you know, let's say I do get it replaced, now I have a CC2 and this Master Forge, and they have a different key layout, and then that'd be annoying to switch between the 2 different key layouts. I'd rather just have 2 Master Forges. So it would be cool if the guys at CharaChorder could like just give me a gift card or a discount towards a second Master Forge, I guess. Should we? Yeah, I think I'll just plug it in and see how it goes. So, all right, I'll see you soon. Okay, here it is plugged in. It glows red by default, I guess. And on my computer, I have a. Okay, that's weird. I'm doing that, but it's not. I mean, see here, I can press my command key and it shows on the keyboard viewer, but on here, I'm not getting any input. So, and it is glowing blue on my USB splitter. Yeah, that's really weird. I'll have to figure something out. All right, hold on. Okay, I figured out the issue. I just plugged it into the wrong jack, I guess. The USB-C ports on the bottom are for, I guess, connecting the 2. If you have it split, I guess it comes with a connector right here, and that's how the 2 halves communicate. But if you want to do it split, you can get a longer cable, and then you have to, I don't know, I guess you could just put the longer cable here. So I'm not sure what those 2 USB ports on each side are for. That's like a lot of extra hardware. They probably could have not included that. But after I plugged it into here, then it started doing the RGB rainbow effect, which I'm not a fan of because, you know, it's kind of too flashy for me. But I got it working. So you can see here, it's typing. I did notice that this did come with a crack right there, and that's really unfortunate. I don't know if to get this thing replaced, that's gonna take so long. I feel like So let me do a quick test. All right, hold on. Okay, so this is gonna be with a Magic Keyboard just to get a baseline of like what I can do on a QWERTY keyboard. Yeah, let me just put this stuff to the side. Oh man, all right. Okay. All right, here we go. Okay, 98. That's usually, I don't know, that's probably, I don't know, it is what it is. Now I'm going to do it on the CharaChorder, Master Forge. So let's see, and I found out the command key is just these buttons right here. Let's see, so escape must be that. Okay, yeah. So originally on the CC 1 and 2, this button used to be here, and because this button wasn't used almost at all, because this button was for like moving the cursor around, it was useful every now and then, but you know, I guess that's a smart decision, just to move it here. It's less parts, and yeah, so now I feel like all the keys will be utilized a lot more. Alright, so let's see, I guess tab would still be there. Okay, I also noticed that there is some rocking on the keyboard, which is pretty unfortunate, but yeah, whatever. Yeah, I don't know what the chords are on this keyboard. I don't know what the chords are by default are on this keyboard, because yeah, good, yeah, okay. Oh, wait, yes, yeah, there's so much getting used to. So much to get used to with this new keyboard, so like, I don't even know if I want the CC2 again, because this, yeah, I feel like this is the better layout, probably, in the long run. Okay, so like, okay, so there's no chord for good. Go, the, that. Okay, had because. Okay, I'm gonna, let's try it again. I like the switches. Nope. Yeah, so obviously there's just going to be a whole lot of growing pains in adopting this new keyboard. And then I'll definitely do a longer term review on this once I get the hang of this, because, yeah, at least I know where most of the keys are, so it shouldn't be too big of an adjustment. But man, imagine having this thing at work. I feel like this is just gonna annoy the heck out of your neighbors, because the switches are not loud, but it just sounds like you're just clicking on the mouse all the time, because they're using mouse switches. The thing about the CC2, oh man, okay, so that might be a good reason to have the CC2 and the Master Forge, because like, if you have neighbors, you don't want to piss them off by having a really loud keyboard like the Master Forge. Comparatively, I wouldn't say this keyboard is too loud. I once had a neighbor, like coworker at a past job, where he used Cherry MX Blues, and like, that thing was so annoying. I had to quit that job. Well, anyways, I don't know. I don't know about the noise. I mean, it's not loud, but it is a new sort of sound that people are gonna have to get used to. Yeah. I love the feel of the switches, though. They feel great. It's just because the feedback when you press down on a key is so it's so crisp, because it's literally just like, it's like pressing on it's like clicking on a mouse, which I don't use. I use the Magic Keyboard from Apple. Oops. Oh wait, hold on. Uh-oh. Whoa. one of these keys is just definitely a lot harder to press. Whoa. Huh, that's unfortunate. The H key on this keyboard is definitely harder to press. That's just a first impression, but like look at the force that is needed to press down on this thing. See, compare that. That's really hard to press compared with the M. So it doesn't lift the keyboard, but when you want to press H, yeah, that's unfortunate. Huh. I wonder if that just happened. Maybe it did just happen. Oh, wait. So oh, that's so weird. You can... Well, I just rotated it and... Okay, so you know what? I think what happened was, like, these keycaps are 3D printed, and I guess the rotation of the key made it such that, like, one side, you know, it's a circle, but it's 3D printed, so like maybe one side was like more jutted out. Okay, so now it's easy to press again, but okay, that's kind of a bad design, I guess. Okay, so I'll have to keep that in mind. Something you should know. Okay. Yeah, because these, I feel like CharaChorder HQ, they're basically, it sounds like they're in production hell, because, you know, they have a really novel product, and it's really niche, but the community around it, I'd say, is pretty strong. I mean, I'm not even the biggest CharaChorder fan, but I've already given them maybe $600, because I had to get bought the first one, had to get that replaced because one of them broke out of warranty, and I got a discount on that, so maybe, I forget, maybe that was, okay, so we're up to like 400 something, or maybe even 500, I don't know. But then I backed this thing on Kickstarter, and so under 1,000, but that's, I'm not even the biggest CharaChorder fan, and they've already taken so much of my money. Which, you know, I don't, you know, I like their product, it just breaks all the time. Well, they're CC 1 and 2 anyways. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with this Master Forge. And, yeah, I'll see if I can get rid of the wobble. First impressions are, you know, okay. It's okay. I mean, so I'll start with to recap. I don't like the RGB. They should get rid of that. Part of the 3D printed part broke right there. I just noticed that. Yeah, I don't like the sharp edges, but luckily when your hands are on it, they don't really dig into your palm. There is that issue with the rotating keycap making it hard to press on the H key. I assume that happens on all the keys. What else is weird about this thing that, you know, is kind of a con? The amount of USB-C ports on this thing is, I don't get why there's, you know, the things down here. They could have saved so many parts on this thing if, you know, just fewer USB-C ports, no LED lights. I mean, those so far are the cons. I mean, the case is huge. It's not really travel size. But even after all of that, typing on this thing is just so fun because the placement of the keys and the way that you press on the keys are just, it's like so different from a QWERTY keyboard, because you just have to know which finger and which direction to move your fingertip in, and like that's the key. But like on a Magic Keyboard or any other QWERTY keyboard, they're all slightly different, and that's really annoying. So I've been typing on a Magic Keyboard for over a decade, and definitely over a decade, and like I still don't know where all the keys are. I mean, I do. It's just like there is no definitive like I guess feeling of where the key is. Whereas on a CharaChorder, like you know where it is because it's just based on finger and direction that the fingertip goes in. Yeah, so there's definitely a lot of things that could be improved with this thing, but I mean, I love typing on it. So here's one last one for oh man. Well, okay, let's redo that. Oh man. Okay, so what's Command R? Okay, yeah, there we go. One last type thing for the video, I guess. Oops. 62 words per minute. It's probably, I mean, it is gonna be slower on TypeRacer, but I mean, it's cool. Yeah, I'll make an update video later about this, probably. Alright, see ya. Thanks for watching. Okay, last thing I'll note about the Master Forge is that I can't do a keyboard shortcut that I use a lot, and that's to screenshot. So on my Magic Keyboard, I can do Command-Shift-1, and it just takes the screenshot. But on the Master Forge, if I do Command-Shift and try to press 1, so to press 1 on a CharaChorder, you gotta use the number layer key, and that's how you press the 1. But as soon as you do Command-Shift and then the number layer key, it undoes the Command key. So then what happens then is it starts typing the exclamation point, which is not what I want. And then I just noticed like it does this really annoying thing where it like because of this keyboard shortcut, like the what do you call it? CharaChorder GTM, I forget what it stands for, but the text menu, it shows up a lot when I try to do the keyboard shortcut. So I don't know. And unfortunately, if you go on the Kickstarter, there is a lot of people dissatisfied with this keyboard, and it's really unfortunate because it was pretty hyped, and yeah, I was kind of excited for it. I mean, I knew it was going to be like a very experimental keyboard, so at least they shipped something. It's just other people have noted that the execution has been poor on this device, so I don't know. We will see. Yeah, we'll see.